Good morning, all. Hey, I'm back to talk about my 1 on 4 implants. It is day 4 in the morning, and except for kind of looking like I'm hoarding a few nuts in my cheek, um, I don't have really any bruising. I have some swelling and tenderness still. Um, they probably the thing that I didn't really expect. Well, one, it's the roof of my mouth is very feels very tender and raw. So I don't know if that happens with everybody, but I believe there's a lot of sensitive tissue up there. So it takes a little while for it to heal. I'm feeling a little better today. In the very back where the teeth were extracted, you don't have the fill-ins there. You get, I think it's 10 teeth that I got. They're, and again, those are the temporary permanents. They're not the zirconias. Not looking too bad. Um, anyway, so there's that, and then the fact that just to be prepared after the you had, in, at least my office that I went to here in Indiana, they're very adamant about and that you have a follow up appointment in 10 days after the day of your surgery. So that marks a week from now, next Thursday. I have my follow up appointment. And that's to allow a lot of the swelling in your gums to go down. And in turn, the bridge will kind of um, start adjusting better. Um, but one thing that I didn't wasn't really prepared for or whatever was that the bite can be a little bit off, and they will go in and fix that in that appointment. But it's really crucial that you prepare for that ahead with your work if you're considering going back to work like a week after you have um, the surgery. I suggest waiting till the at least the 10-day appointment. Um, I had planned on going back starting next Tuesday, and a day after, after this, I notified my boss and just said, "Hey, Friday at the earliest. I just kind of want to see how this goes, just because my speech can be kind of slurred um, because it's not fitting right. And there's still a lot of discomfort. It's not pain, really. It's just you're still adjusting to it, and because it doesn't necessarily fit right for me anyway. Um, Eating has been a little more difficult. So really stay with your soft foods. Don't do any shredded meat, like in a stew. Um, it's just it when it the meat breaks down and gets kind of thin. It makes it really hard with that new bridge. So I would suggest not doing that right away. So I really enjoyed a grilled cheese with tomato soup yesterday, and that was amazing. But kind of still sticking with softer foods. Um, if you need kind of your fix on pasta, fettuccine is great. Um, let's see. But overall, um, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. Um, I'm, I think you're going to love it when it's done. I highly recommend if you don't have a quiet place to go to stay with a family member. Like, I would not be doing this with children. I have a son that's 24 that's high functioning autism, and I know that he can be a little impulsive sometimes, and I knew it was in both of our best interests for me to stay at my parents'. And I'm very blessed to have that option. And they've been great allowing me to just kind of stay here until I'm completely recovered. I only live like 2 minutes away from them, so I'm still close to my family. I just can't risk my son going, hey mom, how's your teeth? And me going, stop, don't touch me. Um, so that's kind of why I had to make the decision that I did, and I won't be going home until I am healed. I don't want to be swollen, tender, numb. I'm still numb. Ladies, you can go try to put your lipstick on, but don't be going because you can't really do it yet. And this is actually better than I was doing yesterday. But I mean, it's still you're still puffy, um, and you are still a little bit numb. I mean, they give you a lot of injections. Um, so I just kind of wanted to give everybody a heads up on that kind of what where I'm at day 4. But for day 4, I think I'm doing pretty darn good. So I can't complain. Certainly better than I ever thought that I would. And had my new teeth fit better, I probably would be back at work next Tuesday. So like I said, that's me. Yours may be perfect. Um, but just be prepared that so if your bosses are pretty strict on vacation time or medical leave or whatever, that they know that, hey, everybody's body heals different. You don't know what to expect, and they need to understand that. And this is something you have to do for your health, um, especially like if you have periodontal disease or something that can increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. um, oh, and one other thing I was going to say, being 52, and most of us, our vision to see small print can be affected, and so we have our readers that we're very dependent on. But the other day, I had my prescriptions sitting out on the countertop, and typically, just me standing there and looking at them, I wouldn't be able to read what prescription was in the name of the prescription. And the other day, I was like, I'm standing at a distance reading this small print at a distance. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't have to throw my readers on for that. Um, and that to me was amazing because you don't know. We don't know. Especially with the periodontal disease and having infection constantly running through your body. What your body's doing to fight that and things that it's affecting. And I never would have guessed that my vision was being impacted by this. Um, and so that's what a huge blessing that has come out of it. And that I've had a lot more energy, even though I'm on codeine. Yeah, it makes me a little groggy and stuff, but that's only when I'm taking it. When it's out of my system for the most part, I'm moving around. I mean, I'm not driving, but I'm up moving around and doing things. So just take care of your bodies. Take care of your mental and physical health, your dental health. It's imperative. Try to break any habits that maybe um, are causing negative impact or could. Um, try to be prepared to do those things too. And I know it's hard, especially when this is probably one of the most stressful things that you're going to do in your life. I totally get it. But it's totally worth it to make a huge effort. Um, but anyway, those are just some things that I wanted to share with all of you on my day 4 this morning. And I'm feeling really good. I did have a hard time kind of going to sleep last night for some reason. And I haven't been really napping too much during the day. I mean, I'm kind of an early riser. I've been up about 6 every morning. Now yesterday was the first day that I actually went back and took a nap till like, I don't know, maybe 10:30 or 11. But I didn't nap at all yesterday. I rested a little bit, but I never fell asleep. Um, but anyway, I say go for it, you guys. Get your brave big girl, big guy panties on and pants on or whatever, and just do it. Um, I know it's expensive. Then start a GoFundMe page. Do what you need to do to take care of it. People support GoFundMe for a lot of crazy reasons, but your dental health can affect your physical health. And if you can get some funds raised to do that, do it. If you can get the loan to do it, do it. If you have family members that maybe can help support you financially to do that, ask them if you need to. If you know that maybe you have an inheritance and maybe there's access to those funds, ask that family member, hey, I need this now. Can you please help me? I mean, just whatever you need to do. Um, you just never know. But a lot of people want to help others, and I think this is a great cause and something you have to do for yourself. Anyway, peace and love, everybody. Enjoy your pearly whites once you get them. And these aren't even zirconias. I can't even wait for those. Oh my gosh. But 10 months. 10 months. I can do this. We can all do this. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and happy Thursday. Smile. Yes, I'm so puffy. Sorry.